is that kind of like one of the fundamental pillars of the way you think about your org structure and how analysts sit? Because it is quite unique the way, as we'll go on to talk more about, the way that your analytics function sits with the organization is incredibly close. And I think is that all about speed as well? Is it just about that kind of speed to decision?
So our analytics function is embedded, or our product analysts are embedded. So the typical model would be to have one analyst sitting in a cross-functional squad that owns a certain part of the code base that is building certain user-facing features, and you have one analyst embedded in that team. Those teams will be grouped into pillars, and you'll have a lead analyst who operates across that pillar. So they'll be responsible for coordinating joined up analytic efforts between everyone in the pillar. They'll be doing their own ecosystem analysis, and they'll be performance managing the individuals in the pillar. Our analytic engineers, they sit in a centralized team. So when the people often discuss the pros and the cons of embedded teams versus centralized teams, for me, it's really a simple case of knowledge share. It's the type of knowledge share that you need to optimize towards. So if you have got a centralized team, you have excellent knowledge share between individuals in the team. They all know what each other are working on. They're sort of absorbing from each other. It's much easier to learn from your peers in that environment because you really are sitting in a stand up with them every morning, hearing them talk about what they're working on, maybe picking up some of the work that they had worked on previously. Whereas if you're embedded, you've got great knowledge share with actually what is happening on the ground with the engineers, with the designers, with the product managers, the people who are like building the product that the users will use. And because of what we want the analytic role to be, which is very much a strategic one rather than an executional one, they really are responsible for uncovering opportunities that drive the company forward. It is paramount for those individuals to have the maximum knowledge share of what the business goals are, what performance looks like, what the user problems are, what that opportunity space is. So they are embedded into that space. So is it a question of speed? Perhaps not directly. It's more one of the sort of the deep product knowledge that they really need to understand in order to be able to actually work as a thought partner for the product manager, as someone who can really work closely with engineering and design and help them understand how they can like build better and build faster.